Do you know what I really miss on a keto or a carnivore diet? Crab cakes. But no more. Today we are doing carnivore crab cakes with a fantastic keto remoulade sauce that's going to make this amazing dish go perfectly with your proper human diet wherever you fall on that spectrum. Let's get some seafood on and make some amazing carnivore crab cakes on Chris Cookin' Nashville. I've gotten this request a whole bunch on my channel, and it's taken me a while to figure out how I wanted to approach this because I've seen a lot of people do things like crab patties or tuna patties or salmon patties, and honestly, just looked kind of dry. And that's nothing against the recipe, it's just the kind of recipe that it was, and it wasn't what I was really looking for. Something I've always really enjoyed about a proper crab cake is that it can be tender and moist, but also it has that nice fried exterior that's brown and crispy. And I thought that would be a really cool thing if I could figure out how to make a keto or a carnivore version. Well, I think today I finally have the answer for you guys. Let's do some incredible carnivore crab cakes. We're gonna get out some ingredients. I'm gonna grab a pan and I'm gonna show you how we fry these up for the next time you need something real special and a little seafoody to go with your proper human diet meal. Let's get cooking. So here's all the ingredients we are going to need to put together these carnivore crab cakes. I also have a couple of things here. If you are a more keto or ketovore person and you want to lean in that direction, some additions that you can add in, and I'll show you where we stop with the carnivore ingredients and move over into the keto version or the ketovore version for the ingredients. The very first thing we're going to need is 4 ounces of cream cheese. This needs to be softened, so I'm going to throw it in the microwave real quick and I'll be right back. Now that my cream cheese is soft, let's go ahead and talk about what the ingredients are. Starting over here, I have my carnivore ingredients. And of course, we need crab meat. Use however much or however little you like and whatever kind you like. This is just a crab meat from the local store that was on sale. I'm just gonna drain that, make sure there's no excess liquid. And this is 8 ounces. That's what I'm going to be using for this entire batch. The next thing I have is a 1/4 cup of pork panko ground up pork rinds. You could also use my chicken flour. I'll link that video down below, or any other kind of meat flour. You do not want to use something like, say, egg white powder or some other powder of that type. You need the grainy texture of this to give you a little bit of that textured feel that you expect from something like a crab cake. So some kind of meat flour, 1/4 cup. The next thing I have is 3 tablespoons of a whey protein powder. You could also use something like beef isolate. Any of those beef or whey type protein powders that are appropriate for whatever version of the proper human diet you are on will work. This is a binding agent and helps to absorb some of the extra moisture. Next is an optional ingredient, but one that I really highly recommend you use. This is 1 tablespoon of butter powder. It's going to give us a nice buttery flavor so we can cook it properly without having to deal with any of that excess moisture. So 1 tablespoon of butter powder. Make sure to read the ingredients and find a clean one that doesn't have a bunch of anti-caking agents. This is 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. It's going to help us with browning, and it's going to give us a slight lift as it reacts with the acid of the cream cheese, which is going to make these a little bit lighter and a little bit more enjoyable of a texture to eat. This last ingredient I'm holding here is instant bread yeast, and this is an optional ingredient as well, but it makes it a little more like a bread product. So it's going to give you a little bit of that feel like you're using actual flour. Totally don't need to add it in there, but it does taste really nice. If you're okay using something like that in your diet, I highly recommend instant yeast. And of course, to bring it all together, we have to have 1 large egg. It's not going to hold together unless you use one. You could absolutely stop right there and make these crab cakes. But if you really want them to taste fantastic, going a little further, if you're okay with some spices or maybe even a few keto or ketovore type ingredients, you can play around with this a little bit. First of all, I'm gonna season this with Old Bay seasoning because it's crab. Why wouldn't I use Old Bay? You can season to your taste. I'm not gonna measure it. I'm just gonna shake some in there, probably around a teaspoon, but use as much or as little as you want, or don't use it at all if you prefer to leave it out. This is 3 tablespoons of finely diced onion. You do not have to have this in there, but a little bit of onion does go a long way in something like this. So if you're okay with a little bit of onion, that's a really great addition to add in there. Next, since we have such a fatty mixture with our cream cheese and our butter powder, it's really nice to add about a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. That lemon bright acidity just offsets some of the fat, makes the other flavors come through really nice. So if you're okay with using that in your diet, it does bring the flavor of all those other ingredients together really well. This is 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Find one that is 0 or as low carb as you possibly can. It just offers a nice umami to the final mix, and it balances really nicely with the Old Bay seasoning. This is 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. Anytime I'm using creamy things along with some Old Bay seasoning and some crab, I find a little mustard balances that out really well. You can use any kind of mustard you would like. You don't have to use any. A couple of teaspoons of Dijon, my favorite, and it's 0 carb. And last is a half of a teaspoon of hot sauce. I'm using Frank's Red Hot, but you could use any hot sauce you want. It's not enough to taste hot sauce. It's just a little bit that exists on the back side of the palate in the flavor profile, brings everything together in a really special way. That's all of our ingredients. We have our cream cheese soft. We're gonna put in all of the powdered ingredients first, with the exception of baking soda. Mix those all in. Then I'm going to add the egg and the liquid ingredients and my seasoning, and we'll mix those all in. And the last thing I add is the baking soda and the crab meat. As I was reviewing all my ingredients, I realized I forgot 2 tablespoons of beef gelatin. This is going to take the place of things like gluten and starch in this mixture. So make sure you review your ingredients carefully, because I almost forgot this one in my own recipe, and it's vital. You do need some unflavored gelatin to make sure that this all comes together. So 2 tablespoons, unflavored beef gelatin. Now let's start mixing everything together. We're gonna go ahead and throw together a really quick remoulade sauce before we finish up those crab cakes. They're sitting, and the gelatin and the whey powder and all the different things in there are absorbing those egg proteins, which is gonna help them fry up and stay crispy on the outside and nice and tender on the inside. Let's go ahead and mix this up. I have 1/3 of a cup of butter mayo. I'm gonna link that video down below to make my spreadable butter mayo, so you can do things just like this. I'm going to add a teaspoon of lemon juice, a 1/4 teaspoon of a red cayenne type pepper, half of a teaspoon of fresh cracked black pepper, half of a teaspoon of garlic powder, half of a teaspoon of dried thyme, half of a teaspoon of hot sauce. Since it's a remoulade, I'm using Louisiana hot sauce, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, and I'm gonna dice up 1 tablespoon of these capers into really fine pieces and mix those in as well. Now we're just gonna mix those together. There's our remoulade sauce. Make sure to taste it for seasoning. Add salt if necessary. We're gonna let this sit in the fridge while we make our crab cakes, and then we'll serve it when we're done. I'm going to preheat my skillet to a medium-high heat. I'm gonna grab some beef tallow. We're gonna fry our crab cakes on both sides until they're golden brown and crispy, and I'm gonna use a lid to help create sort of an oven-like atmosphere that's going to help it cook all the way through. All we gotta do is form some crab cakes, get them cooked up, and it's gonna be time to eat. And here we are with carnivore crab cakes, although I did include some of those spices and a little bit of the onion, so maybe it's a little more ketovore, but again, you can leave those things out and make them as carnivore as you want. What do you think?
They look like something out of a magazine. They look amazing. They smell really, really good. I'm excited. I love crab, so when do I get to eat them?
We get to eat them right now. We're gonna go ahead and taste test them. I haven't had a crab cake in probably like 8 to 10 years, and I'm really excited about the fact that we now have this recipe so that I can have them from time to time.
Oh man, there's like, I can tell cutting this with my fork, the nice texture on the outside. Oh my gosh, holy crap. Holy crab cakes, Batman. Oh my gosh.
Man, those are good.
Wow. I don't even want to talk. I just want to keep eating it. Okay, so your remoulade sauce, out of this world. Great flavor, delicious. Not overpowering, but your crab cake is the best crab cake I've ever had, hands down. It really is. They're not dry, yet they have like a nice crispy outer coating, soft and moist when you cut inside. Definitely get the crab flavor. Like you can actually taste the crab meat. That's one thing, you know, like when you go out to eat and you order seafood or, you know, crab cakes, a lot of places don't put a lot of actual crab meat in a crab cake. And so then you're like kind of frustrating. Great flavor, great seasoning. It's incredible. This may be one of the tastiest dishes you've ever done.
These are the best crab cakes I've ever had, better than any standard American diet crab cake I've ever eaten.
I love like the little bits of onion and stuff in there. It's not a lot, it just adds stuff. If I was on like, you know, carnivore and I didn't want to include the seasonings and all that, I still think this would be amazing.
Yeah.
Also, how perfect are these for like parties?
If I was gonna do these for a party, I would make them a quarter of the size and I'd fry them up and I'd take them with like a little dipping sauce, you know, a little remoulade on the side, and these would be amazing as an appetizer or as a party. The cool thing, we got 12 crab cakes out of this, so each of us got 6 of these pretty good sized crab cakes. With the cost of all this ingredients here, this is still cheaper than pretty much any crab cake appetizer or dinner I have ever seen on any restaurant menu. And when you buy this kind of thing at a restaurant, you would get like 2 or 3 of these, maybe 4 if you were lucky. We've got 12. With all the ingredients and everything, I think this was probably about $13 or $14 worth of stuff. And there's none of the junky carbs that would make you feel guilty or make you feel terrible afterwards.
I feel like you could make a whole batch of these, probably just like heat them up and pair them with a steak.
These would be very good if you made them ahead of time. You should be able to freeze these, and then you could put these in an air fryer and you would be able to fry them up and bring them back to being crispy and hot. Just as long as you don't use too hot of an air fryer where it would burn them on the outside, you should be able to use an air fryer, make these ahead of time, freeze them, bag them up, and then put them in an air fryer and take them from frozen to hot and crispy on the outside.
These are incredible.
They're very simple. Like, you're putting everything in a bowl, you're mixing it together, you're forming it into patties, and you're frying it with beef tallow, or you could use bacon grease or lard, whatever you want to use. Guys, that is the carnivore crab cakes. All of my links are going to be down below, including the private community and the free ebook. Make sure you go check those things out. These are absolutely amazing, and if you like crab, you are not going to be disappointed. So thank you guys for watching. This is Chris Cooking Nashville, my beautiful wife Ash Taylor. Guys, eat your meat, now your crab cakes, love your life. And if you like things like this, get ready to see us in the kitchen for more recipes just like this one.
Oh my gosh. You come here often?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
I'll be coming here every day. Nice to see you.
Yeah.